All right, welcome back, everyone. Listen, FPL Bisco, it's been ages. We have had so long away from a Premier League football. It's been just FA Cup, international break. Happy to be back. I have problems, so I can't help anyone with theirs. I've got no. Obviously, we know the game weeks, the double game weeks for game week 33 have been confirmed. Great stuff. If who are the double game weeks? It's Brighton, Chelsea, Man City, blah 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 blah. I am not interested in that at all. I've got enough chips that I can be like, okay, I wouldn't even say enough chips. I've still got my free hit. I've still got my triple captain. So I'm going to free hit during the blank game week, and I want to triple captain next week. There's no or bench boost. We'll see how it goes. My team for that week is okay. Like I actually, as it is now, I don't have to make any transfers. I think the only player that I would have that doesn't play a game is Ryan, and that's fine for me. If Ryan and Hill, I will have no goalkeeper. Now, Fantasy Football Hub says I need to do 4 transfers. I need to get Haaland back, who's in great form. I need to do a whole bunch of stuff and take a minus 12 because I'm better off taking a minus 12 than keeping the team that I currently have. Wilson isn't showing up. Ryan isn't doing much. My keeper situation is a bit of a joke. And yes, I've still got Mohamed Salah. So where am I really going to go with this? So if Haaland is back because he scored a hat-trick in the FA Cup versus Liverpool, the question is that how much more could Haaland do if he's going to play against Chelsea, Arsenal, Burnley? Now, I don't want to break my neck to go and bring a Man City player back, knowing that they've got a big title clash versus Arsenal. I think after the Arsenal game, then I could consider it, and that's a blank game week. So I'm not too... I'm sad for not having any Man City assets, but I don't want to have to buy them right now. Like now is not the best time for me to buy them. If I was to purchase anyone, and I've got 6.8 million in the bank because I didn't even spend the money again, and I've got Salah. So if I'm going to sell anyone, I'm going to sell Salah. Fine. O'Reilly is someone I do want to bring in. It's a cheap, not too cheap, but cheap enough that it is decent. This is what my team looks like right now, or this game week. So if I'm going to take a hit, it's going to be for, I'm just going to go and get Raya. That's my God's honest truth. If I have to make one transfer, I'm going to make Raya. This team is not good. I do acknowledge that. Salah's also been dropped and he's been missing penalties. So I don't even know if he's going to start against Fulham. I don't know how they're going to play. I don't know how they're going to set up. That is quite a bummer. Like a bummer to say the least. And then Ryan's got Arsenal. So if I was to say, okay, I'm going to start 4 at the back. Won't start Ryan. And Mane versus West Ham is not the worst player in the world. This is not the worst. But this is a joke. The truth of the matter is this is a bit of a joke. And then Bruno Fernandes will be my captain. But it's not even differentialed. It's just bad. Like it's just in general bad. I'm going to have to make one transfer and it's going to be from the keeper options. Let's look at the keeper options and see what we could do. Let's actually look at it. If I were to have just the goalkeepers, how am I going to manage this? Like, I've put myself into such a hole. It's a near disgrace. It is a near disgrace. I don't know how I'm going to manage this. So if I were to get one of the keepers, I'm going to say... This is tough. It's tough and it stinks. It is actually tough and stinks. If I were to... Let's look in the toolbox and let's see, okay, what players would be the best goalkeeper to have personally. For the rest of the season, Donnarumma. Donnarumma would be the best one. Predicted the most points. And that is including, but I would prefer Raya just because he doesn't have a blank. Even though he doesn't have the double, yes, but he doesn't have the blank. So, and Man City in that double do have Burnley. So I have to say, how good are Man City going to be versus Chelsea and Burnley? I don't think they're going to keep any clean sheets. So this is the good time to get Semenyo. I could actually just go Salah to Semenyo and call it a day. Let my differentials do the talking. And that is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I have decided. Salah, the pain and suffering that you've put me through has been enough. So it's time to say goodbye with regret and shame. I'm running away. I'm going to have to figure out what goes on in that double game week when we get there. So I have gone... If I go Salah, this is heartbreaking, to Semenyo, And then I'm looking at fantasy football hub at the moment. So let's just have a look at that. If I go Salah to Semenyo and I make the transfer, it didn't work. I broke it. So let's have a look. Salah, Semenyo, make transfer, good. And then I substitute him in for Ryan. I substitute Richarlison in for Wilson, safe plan. I think that's a little bit better. And then what that does for me is in game week 34, Wilson will play instead of Semenyo. And I should still, as it is now, I still have a team. So I just need to take a -4 to get the keeper in. And I'm going for anyone I want, but I'm going to do Raya. I'll take that -4 just to do Raya. I haven't owned Raya all season, which is quite funny. But Sanchez is unbearable. He's unbearable. Like I can't take it any longer. I've truly suffered. I've actually suffered this season, but no more. So that double game week actually helped a lot. Or Arsenal losing helped me a lot because there's no blank, because we would have had too many City players. That free hit game week 33 would have been really dark. So now next week I may even be able to bench boost. It may be a possibility. Maybe not. I can bench boost, and I will. Oh, for sure I will. Yeah, bench boost game week 34, 33, and then free hit 34, something like that, for those that don't have wildcards. But that's where we are now. So either you're gonna figure out over the next couple of weeks, so you're gonna bench boost. I've still got my triple captain, but I just don't feel like using it yet. There's no one clear. I might end up having to take another -4 when I want to bring back someone versus Burnley, or maybe in that double game week a triple captain might work out. But would a triple captain be so good against? It's because Man City have Arsenal. So even if I wanted to use Haaland, would I triple captain him versus Haaland, even if he's got Burnley on the other side of that? Maybe there is an argument for that. But wildcarding for game week 32 does make a lot of sense. Both clubs, 6 clubs, will have a double game week next week. So you've got Bournemouth, Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, Leeds, and Man City. Both of those things are going to get you. All 6 of those fixtures will have a blank in game week 34. But if you wildcard this week, you're going to be able to bench boost next week. So if you get enough of those players that are doubling in game week 33, you can get 30 matches, basically. You're going to get points from 30 matches. 15 players with 2 fixtures each instead of the normal 11. So it's very, very likely that you need to do that, and you need to set yourself up. So you can't wildcard and bench boost in the same week. So if you're going to bench boost next week, then wildcard this week. So I would say that is the most popular one, and then you could free hit your way out of it in game week 34. That's just the basic template how we're going to run through. Since there's only 6 weeks left of the season, why not? If you've got your chips, this is the time to use them. The only thing this doesn't cover is maybe if you've got triple captain, how are you going to use your triple captain? And if you set your wild card up decent enough where you're not too reliant on those double game week players, but have strong players for both of the fixtures, then maybe you don't have to use it, and maybe you could just triple captain. So if you don't have your bench boost, maybe triple captaining works just instead, but it's just where we'll put them. I've got rid of Salah finally. I'm very sad about it, like very, very sad about it. I assumed he was going to be a better player. I'm not 100% sure. I've spoken to some other people about this. Like, is this a Salah problem? Because we know that a player at this age should generally fall off, or is this a Liverpool problem? And it actually could be a Liverpool problem, because watching him for Egypt in the African Cup of Nations, he was still prolific-ish. He didn't come away with no numbers. He still created chances. For Liverpool this season, he still created quite a lot of chances. Like he could have got more assists than he has done. He could have scored more goals, of course, but I'm a bit 50-50 on it. So there's that. Anyway, Salah's gone, so we don't have to talk about him anymore. I can only blame myself. It's nothing short of stupidity. Let's call it what it is. I just believed in him for longer than I needed to. Tripling up on Manchester City, that's another one. So we are Haaland, Semenyo, or Rally. There's one of the three of those are always going to be there. Obviously, you've got Cherky if you want to. Rodri has been doing quite well this season, or in the latter half of the season. So Rodri might even be an option. But O'Reilly's ability to get double-digit hauls, sometimes he plays in midfield. He's got a bunch of new owners coming in this season, or this week. So maybe O'Reilly is a decent option. Like, try that out. But that triple up is more than good enough if you're planning on free hitting your way out of game week 34. Not a problem. Now, a few differentials. Let's talk about them. I feel like Crystal Palace, they don't have a double game week. No, they do have a double game week coming up. Crystal Palace have a double game week coming up, and they've got no blank coming up. Yeah, because they might have done their blank already. So they've got no blank, just a double game week. Ismaila Sarr is there ready. If you are looking for a steady pick that you'll just wait for the season, maybe like if I want to replace Wilson, Ismaila Sarr, having a Crystal Palace player is always good. It can never really hurt you that much. But Ismaila Sarr would be 4 goals in his last 7 games. I think if you're going to try anyone, have a go at it. And maybe Brighton's Paul Van Hecke. Like, try that one out. He doubles in game week 33. If there are any of those, yeah, Van Hecke would be a good one. You know how I feel about Brighton. It's a bit funny. Like, if I could do Van Hecke, then for sure, maybe I could do Welbeck. But why? But then also, why not? Because I've picked Richarlison. So I'm like, who am I to turn down a striker? Like, I have no superiority. I don't know anything. Captaincy, Bruno Fernandes. Now, yes, Haaland is back in form. Yes, they've got Chelsea, and Chelsea are not the most reliable, especially not defensively. But I think Bruno Fernandes should be the standout captain this week. Home versus Leeds. If he lets us down, boy, we charge it to the gods. But I would say personally, it's one of those Bruno Fernandes weeks. Man United haven't played for a month. They're as well rested as a team has ever been in the Premier League. I don't know what they've been doing. I don't know what tactics they've been doing, or what work. I have no idea. But they're rested. They should be fine. I've said what players I've got rid of. The blank game week 34. So free hitting in game week 34. There's going to be 7 matches. 11 players are owned by 20% of a match, or 20% of managers that will still have a fixture that week. So you can get 11 players. It should be okay. Just blank game week is more manageable than it looks. It's not too bad, especially with Arsenal not having a blank, Liverpool not having a blank. The only real issues are if you've tripled on Manchester City, maybe you have a keeper that is not playing, but you should be more than fine. So those are roughly like how I'm feeling about the rest of the season, how I'm feeling about what we're doing coming back from international break. It has been tough. I would say it has been tough. Coming in at 1.6 billion is not what I want. But instead of making a whole bunch of changes, I've just said, okay, I'm going to stick to it. If I do I've taken a -4 already. If I have to do more and take a -8, I will do. I'm happy to do that. But the only person I do is, would I want Harry Wilson out for Ismaila Sarr? And if Harry Wilson is playing in game week 34, and Ismaila Sarr, who has Ismaila Sarr got in game week 34? Liverpool. So no. So no, there's no rush. It's just a matter of time. It's just when is Ismaila Sarr good to get. But Crystal Palace are in decent enough form as well. They're doing quite well. They're progressing in Europe, and I hope they win that cup as well. So that's my team. Anyway, listen, good luck for all you guys. I hope that we get exactly what we deserve, which is more points. I want everyone that is subscribed to the channel, everyone that's part of this channel, everyone that follows me on socials and all that kind of good stuff. I just want us all in that top million. Let's not be stubborn. Let's not pick picks that are fighting against us. We're going to move forward this season. All right, cool. Anyway, see you next week. More timely sessions or more timely episodes will be coming out soon. All right, bye.